There was once a time that most people didn't believe this moment would happen right here. In the streets of Jamaica, dancehall isn't just music, it's an identity. And in the mid-2000s, the genre in the country was ripped into two. On one side, you had Vybz Kartel, the lyrical genius from Portmore. And on the other, you had Mavado, the rugged voice from Casanova piece. This is the story of how their rivalry reshaped dancehall forever. This is Gaza versus Gully.
Cause you know, so right now, anyway, me got me always have to introduce somebody. Vybz Kartel, come on. Cause Vybz Kartel is the next artist, so me I bring on this.
In the early 2000s, dancehall was shifting, and standing tall at the top was Bounty Killer, the poor people's governor. A lyrical warlord with a talent for spotting stars before they blew. To protect the genre from being diluted, and to push his proteges, Bounty formed a supergroup called the Alliance. It was more than a crew, it was a movement. At its core were rising stars like Wayne Marshall, Busy Signal, Bling Dog, and most importantly, Vybz Kartel.
Mister, you can't be no man without no gal boy. You can't yam no pussy like no McDonald boy. No two man can't lay down in a bed boy. Them would a dead boy, shot in a head boy. Me love power but me pull up.
Kartel was the writer. His pen was unmatched. He even brought rawness, intelligence, and controversy all in one bar. Under Bounty's mentorship, he sharpened his style and got the stage presence he needed. For Kartel, the Alliance was a launching pad for his mixtapes, dub plates, and stage shows. The Alliance gave him both the street buzz and industry clout. But not long after, a rugged Sing-J from Casanova P stepped on the scene.
I mean, they ain't no real McCoy. They're just some baby boy. Them attack don't have time for chat boy. Gun in a me and prepare for shot boy yo.
That Sing-J was Mavado, with his long dreadlocks, haunting melodies, and ghetto pain in every verse. Bounty Killer saw potential and brought him into the Alliance too. And just like that, two future legends were now soldiers under one general. Mavado's style was opposite of Kartel's. Kartel was technical and confrontational. Mavado was soulful and grimy, but the streets loved them both. The Alliance became a hit factory. From rhythms like Anger Management to Red Bull and Guinness, they dominated the airwaves and clashes alike. But all good things come to an end, and behind the scenes the tension was building. Kartel always fiercely independent, it was rumored that he began to question Bounty's leadership. Creative differences turned personal, and by 2006, Kartel officially left the Alliance, or as Bounty put it, excommunicated. Years later, Bounty would give his take on why Kartel left the Alliance.
The Kartel and him ignorant attitude. Kartel a clash with Assassin. I ask, what the purpose? All the Assassin start clash. Can we record a song with Assassin from about 2003. Kartel and Assassin start was 2004.
Yeah.
And then Kartel come like he want me join. And I say, well, we Assassin a fight because we Assassin used to part together. Him can't give me no reason. I mean, not see no reason because me and him find more than Assassin this thing. Anyway, I told him love Assassin, man, because Assassin did not push no war. The fight and get Kartel to leave the passa and it done. And Assassin done doing thing, Kartel are doing thing, and it look like it was a good thing. So next with me feet, kind of thing, me should have in the war, but he never asked me. So me tell him, so me can't do that, kind of make sense.
By 2006, cracks began to show in the Alliance. Kartel left the camp and launched his movement, Gaza. Mavado stayed loyal to Bounty and led the Gully side. The dancehall scene became divided. Gully versus Gaza. This wasn't just artist versus artist, this was community versus community. Not long after, Mavado's star kept rising within the Alliance, with hits like Real McCoy and What Them Do. He quickly became Bounty's new top artist. In the dancehall world, they all saw the writing on the wall. Two Alliance graduates now on opposite sides. It wasn't long after before the lyrical war erupted.
Can't call Mr. Palmer informer, send him to the bomber.
Fans declared loyalty to either Gaza or Gully. The tension spread to the street corners, schools, and stage shows. Some saw it as a healthy competition pushing both artists to deliver their best work. Others worried as the violence flared between the rival fan bases. For years, the feud dominated headlines, reshaping the direction of Jamaican music. Police reports from 2008 and 2009 linked several shootings and violent incidences directly to the Gaza and Gully divide.
Me go for them anywhere. Gaza we go for them anywhere. Action over word me say. Something I go fly like bird me say. Them know say me know say them afraid of me. Them know say me know say them afraid of me. And all them a bend up them ugly face. Them know say them afraid of me.
In Kingston, groups of young men claiming either Gaza or Gully reportedly carried out reprisal attacks on each other. At least a handful of murders were blamed on the rivalry during its peak. Some neighborhoods became labeled as Gaza areas and Gully areas, adding to the existing political and gang tension. From 2007 to 2009, dancehall music was blazing, mainly due to the rivalry between Vybz Kartel and Movado. Their lyrical warfare gave rise to some of the greatest clash anthems the genre has ever known. Even today, those tracks stand as timeless classics, with unforgettable bangers like Kill Them All Undone, The Bleach with Cream, When Afraid of Nobody, and Wars in the Air.
Them chasing like they need, but when my rifle squeeze, wide up on the freezer, free, bus is special to the breeze, gangsta not them no leave, your evil shot by them lightning, who they want to go the pill, like a lipstick war, pipe on me like a biscuit war, hey fuck tell the fast this is not kids war, run up and I'm gonna walk this one, now the water.
And that's just the beginning. There were countless more hits that defined an era. But the air was thick with tension, and Sting, known as the greatest one-night reggae and dancehall show on earth, was the perfect battleground. And just like that, the stage was set for these two Goliaths to clash. December 26, 2008, Jam World Entertainment Center, Portmore, Jamaica. The atmosphere was electric, the crowd restless. They didn't come for peace, they came for war.
They were afraid of the sun. Bomb up now. Yo, stars never clear. Ship me no fire. Crucify violate, we make them don't be fire. When we send out them phone buckler, and them, we don't have no time to do that with.
When Vybz Kartel and Mavado finally took the stage, the energy shifted instantly.
Some boy find out them a baba, shadow star. When them a try, them must be blood clot fool.
Kartel unleashes razor-sharp punchlines mocking Mavado's style and appearance, while Mavado countered with his trademark Sing-J delivery, rallying the loyal Gully faithful. The two traded insults, counteractions, and raw freestyles.
I'm me a war pussy. Me a load my gun, me a come the magazine me done. In this, rock him thermos and done. Kill the police of the purpose and fun. Bodyguard pop up and run, pussy run.
Every bar landed like a bullet. The clash ended without a definitive winner, but most insisted Kartel dominated with his wit and stage presence, while others argued Mavado's melodies and crowd connections held the upper hand. One thing is undeniable. Sting 2008 forever itched the Gaza and Gully rivalry as the fiercest battle in modern day dancehall history. Unlike many artists who let the clashes die down, Kartel turned the aftermath into an opportunity. He went back to the studio immediately, channeling the fire of Sting into new music, and that's when he dropped Last Man Standing.
We are the last man standing. Rifle shot, move the goalie banking. One of your barber shop and trim. Next year, no do no more damn Sting. We are the last man standing.
Last Man Standing was more than just a diss track. It was a declaration. Kartel positioned himself as the survivor, the warrior who outlasted all rivals. The lyrics cut deep, not just aiming at Mavado, but establishing Kartel as the ultimate force in dancehall. The message was clear. Sting might have been a draw, but in Kartel's mind and in his music, he was the last man standing. As fans aligned themselves with either Gaza or Gully, violence escalated across Jamaica. The government had to step in. Then Prime Minister Bruce Golden summoned both artists to a peace meeting in 2009. Kartel and Mavado shook hands and a truce was declared.
And Vybz, we're not really enemies, you know what I mean? So as I speak, me and Vybz right here. You know what I mean? I never threw a stone off a Vybz before. He never done the same, you know what I mean? So it's just about music, but as we say, we have the fans out there, you know what I mean? And people take it to a different level.
I agree with what Mavado said a while ago, and as a matter of fact, we have plans to do another collaboration, because you have to remember the first time Mavado and I did a song, it was a collaboration, you know. Those are the happiest days of my life. So it's like now that is what we're bringing back now. So in the beginning of our meeting, so is it in the end of the war. So
See it there? The Gaza and Gully wire. More than just a clash, it was a movement that shaped dancehall forever. 2 legends, 2 fan bases, and 1 unforgettable era. But now we want to hear from you. Who do you think came out on top? Was it a lyrical genius Kartel or the ghetto voice Mavado? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Gaza or Gully. This is your boy Brooks signing out. Till next time, stay tuned and keep the culture alive. Boy.